I want to ask you some current events, and kind of what the Air Force uh plays into it now. And obviously, we always hear a lot on the news, especially recently. China's flying fighter jets into Taiwanese airspace constantly. They just had a massive exercise where they openly admitted they were wargaming an invasion. Obviously, Russia's got the war in Ukraine. The Iranians are up to all sorts of things. How, you as an expert on the topic of air power, the average American probably has no idea. They might hear people say that the Chinese are just as good or they're very close or the Russians have this or that. What's the actual real world gap of what America can do when it comes to bringing air power to a war and what China, Russia, or Iran can do?
Sure. Well, let me say it depends, and you probably never truly know until you actually get the chance to hit a merge with somebody and then figure out just how good they are. Um, Russia and China obviously have very capable aircraft, right? And I think one of the issues that we have sometimes is we focus on the capabilities of the airframe, right? Well, the airplane doesn't matter. The dude that's in it is the guy that's going to make it happen or not. And you don't have to necessarily be in the best aircraft to win in an engagement. If you know what your strengths are, if you have more experience, if you know how to fight in a particular way, you can do some really good work. So, um, the biggest difference in a training perspective, and this is what I used to always tell my young guys, because we get a brief from Intel about the Su-30 MKK and all of its capabilities and this, that, and the other. And don't get me wrong, dude, they're very capable aircraft, great radars, missiles. It's going to be a fight, right? Um, but I used to tell my young guys, you're an American trained fighter pilot. Like when you hit the merge with an adversary aircraft, you win. That's it. There's no second place when you merge, man. You win by default. You have to win. And if you can't win, then you probably fucking deserve to die. And that's the kind of mindset we try to build. But the difference in the tactics is the Russians and the Chinese, as far as I know, I don't know if anything shifted because I've been out for 6 years now, but doctrinally, they're very dependent on what we call GCI, ground control intercept. So they have, a guy on the ground with a radar or their version of AWACS or whatever that's going, hey, you need to go over here and you need to target these guys. We don't do it that way. We're very fluid in our execution. It's not rigid at all. And in the fighter pilot community, you make your money on being able to make really good, smart audibles and change flow decisions, tactics, real time to match what you're seeing from an adversary. And we're very good at it. And so, we're there being controlled primarily by AWACS. For us, AWACS or any kind of GCI is really just a support asset to what we're trying to do. So they don't tell me where to go. They don't tell me what to target. They're there to support my game plan.